Hey guys, welcome to Samson's World. This is Sit and Spin, where I sit down with some badass comedians. We pull some topics out of the hat, and we discuss that shit. Today, on my show, this is such an honor. Are you kidding me? I've got the guy, he's actually about to go on an HBCU comedy tour for all my white fans. That's a historically black college tour. Holler! God, I wish I could feature for him. Give it up for Mr. Danny Rags, ladies and gentlemen.
What's happening?
There we go. Danny has also been getting bit up by mosquitoes in my studio, guys. California is having this weird thing happen.
I don't know what it is.
Alright guys, and next up on my show, this is one of my favorite comedians. She is such a sweetheart. She helps me out with all my shows, my Instagrams and shit. She hosts 2 talk shows now. The Small Talk with Lila and the weekly Down Low. Is that right? Yeah. Give it up for Miss Lila Hart, people. Come on.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, guys. This is great. So we're fighting off some mosquitoes. California is experiencing... I was always bragging to people like, yeah, we don't have mosquitoes here, and all of a sudden we do, and we're getting bit up, so we're doing a quick show today so we don't get too freaking bitten here. Now, let's start with you, Danny,
yes,
Mr.
sir.
Rags to Riches, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like that. Danny Rags. That's a good, I mean, you could have been an athlete, like, that's a good name to have.
Excellent name. I used to play football. So you know
Oh, okay.
what I mean?
Oh, man.
See
Please, tight end, Danny Rags. Right? Starting at linebacker.
There you go. I'm
There it is.
outside linebacker.
Okay, nice. Now, so you're from the South. Tell everybody from what? North Kakalaka.
North Kakalaka. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay, how's Pablo? What was his name? P.D. Pablo.
P.D. Pablo.
Come on and raise up. This one's for you. This one. Right.
That's right.
What's he
P.D.
doing?
Pablo's
Yeah.
from Henderson, North Carolina. But
Okay.
Fayetteville. Shout out to J. Cole's my brother from
Shout
another.
out. Oh snap.
Yeah. So J. Cole, Dennis Smith Jr.
Okay.
Got
Do
a
you
lot
know
of-
J. Cole personally?
I know J. Cole personally.
Shut
We
your mouth.
we actually grew up together.
Really?
Yeah, I know
Wow.
Afion Crockett personally too. You know, so
Okay,
shout
yeah, I
out
know
to
Afion. That's not
my
as.
brother.
I mean, I like Afion too, but
That's
J.
my
Cole,
guy.
that's pretty special. Like, so you guys are still friends and everything? Or?
Yeah, we don't get a chance to talk like
Yeah, I know.
you know, like you know how it is when
Well, I always
entertainment.
say
world.
people don't understand like when somebody blows up and goes famous, it's like their phone doesn't get reception in space. You know what I mean?
I don't know why it's like that.
I know,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
happens, man. It does. So you're about to do an HBCU college tour. Tell us about that, man. That's
Yes,
exciting.
going back to the South,
Oh,
touching
snap.
up all the HBCUs, Fayetteville State University, as you see here on my
snap.
chest.
Shout out.
Shout out to Fayetteville State. It's my first school. North Carolina Central in Durham,
Ready.
North Carolina. John C. Smith in
Okay.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Winston-Salem State in Winston, North Carolina.
Wow.
So we're trying to touch up a lot of the HBCUs back home in North Carolina, South
Now,
Carolina.
are you worried about, because a lot of people like going to college campuses and doing stand-up, a lot of comics say, oh, it's kind of touchy. What do you think about in terms of black colleges? Do you think they're as touchy as, say, some of the other colleges at all, or do you think it's a little more,
It's
I feel like
more-
it'd be a little more relaxed.
We're
you
more
know?
relaxed and we're more open-minded.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
like a lot of my predominantly white universities like Carolina, NC State. You know, you gotta be
safe.
gotta be safe,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what you're saying. So,
Yeah. Well, that's why I prefer black audiences, really, because as long as you're not an asshole, or really any audience, but especially black audiences, just so the engagement and the love is just so.
It's always there.
It's just so
always
great.
there.
Well, that's cool. So, Lila, tell us about yourself. Okay, you got 2 talk shows, as if one wasn't enough, Lila. She had to go out and get 2. So, tell everybody about yourself.
All right. Well, thank you
Yes.
for having me on Samson's
Stop
World.
it, girl.
My show is called Small Talk with Lila Hart.
Okay.
Can you believe I host a show called Small Talk?
Small.
No.
Talk about
Still trying to figure that one out, but go ahead.
But it's basically like it's I would like to say it's like a mix between like Chelsea Handler and like
Okay.
Johnny Carson.
Love it.
Because I come out and I do like a 10-minute monologue.
Oh,
And I
awesome.
have panels, comedians, and
Wow.
musicians.
Is this
it's
live, or where do you do it?
Yeah, it's a live show.
Wow.
The first 7 episodes we did at the Skiptown Playhouse, and
Okay,
now we
okay.
just
Okay.
moved to a new venue,
Okay.
which is at Barcata in Hollywood. It's a Filipino restaurant
Nice.
with an awesome stage.
Oh, dude,
Wow.
yeah. Love
it's
Filipino
really great.
food,
And then
too.
the Down Low with Drew and Lila. That's my
Okay.
best friend Drew.
Okay.
I'm 4'6", she's 3'6". We call it Down
Awesome.
Low because we're down low.
Yeah,
here.
that's awesome.
And
You guys are a foot apart.
Yeah, which is crazy. And she's the #1 correspondent on my show, Small Talk. She's on the Small
Okay.
Talk panel
I love
every
it.
week. So we decided to just do like a little spin-off and have a
Right.
series where we
Uh-huh.
just sit and talk about what it's like being little women in LA.
That's awesome. And so, tell us too. So I saw recently. Well, you had a viral. You have some awesome viral videos. We've talked about these where you do it with the violin guy and stuff. But you
Oh,
had
yeah,
one recently that went pretty viral.
Which one?
I don't know which one, Del. Were you talking about? It was
You had one pickup on World Star, and I just saw you guys with another one, like on somebody's radar.
Was there something else? But also too, you were just recently. You were trying to become a Maxim model, right? I mean, what happened with that?
Going on. That's still going on. So it's
please vote for Lila, guys.
Yeah, vote for me, Maxim Cover Girl 2019. Okay. You guys can vote every day, one vote a day, which is great. And there's just like there's hundreds of girls on there, and I'm just, I really want to do it because wouldn't it be awesome to see a girl who was like 4'6" on the cover of Maxim?
Real, I would love it.
Yeah. And personally, I think if Maxim, if they went with someone with a disability, like that would get like worldwide news. Yeah,
I agree.
So like that it would really. I think Twitter would blow up. They would love it.
Yeah. So. Hang on, Lila. Maxim happens to watch every one of my shows, and they're huge fans. Maxim. Right now, guys, give me a call on the personal line. I'll get you hooked up with Lila. Let's get her on there. That just happened, Lila. I don't do that for everybody. But, I got a lot of brands. Like, if you need some Nike shit, Nike. It's me, Sam, again.
Puma.
Whatever you need. Pull up, Puma.
Pull up.
I'm really doing it because just like 10 years ago, I would have never like even submitted myself for something like this. But it's just like the ultimate like form of like growth and just coming to like body acceptance and I'm hot enough to be a
Hey, you're a beauty, man. Let's not fucking hide it anymore, Lila. Come on. Yeah. Let's let everybody see. I mean, let's play the game.
Let's play the game.
I have a real way of like making compliments sound creepy. All right, guys, we're gonna play a little sit and spin. Why don't you pick a topic out of the hat, and then we'll just give you a little response. Read it out loud.
What is the difference between pushing boundaries and being racist in comedy?
Oh, this is topical. Okay.
That's a good one. That's
right,
a good one.
Because we just had Shane Gillis from SNL was just let go. I know a lot of comedians say, "Oh, comedy is under fire," but like if you listen to his podcast, comedy's not under fire. The guy just is kind of being an asshole. They're talking about Asian. They're talking about Chinese people in Chinatown. He used the racial slur for Chinese people, which. Thank you, Lila. I think we all know that. I wasn't. So, now my podcast is racist.
I'm Asian.
Oh, you're Asian.
I'm Asian.
Okay, so Miss Shane Gillis, do you understand the difference that we just did there? You know what I mean? She said the word, not me. But it's the point, like, it's just the thing, like, nobody's ever going to catch me on my show just being like, oh, yeah, black people? Like, I fucking hate black people. Oh, my God. Asian people? I fucking hate. And it's just, that's the thing. Comedy's not under fire, but it's like the shit he was just saying was... It was just kind of an asshole. Like, I love Asian people. I love Asian food. I love Chinatown and everything. And you can still make fun of, like, Asian people. I still say, like, like I did a show with an Asian comic, and I was like, you should have seen this guy in the parking lot. It's a joke. But you know what I mean? But it's nobody's offended. We're moved on. And what he was doing is, I think it's just, it just felt like kind of racist almost. It's just mean,
I think it's so crazy to me that in comedy we can get fired for saying things, but our president isn't getting fired for what he says.
Right, exactly.
So I mean, I just like I don't know exactly what he said, so I can't really like, speak on it too much. But I'll just like, did he really deserve to get fired from SNL?
Yeah, and just so I put it out there, like I don't think he should have gotten fired. Because he shouldn't have been hired. You know what I mean? Like, if SNL, I blame this on them. They claim the vetting, but, like, you can have people research your fucking casting, okay? Like, that podcast was up there. So, like, I blame it on them for the initial hiring. I don't think he should have gotten fired because that's on them. They hired him. Maybe he might not have been popular and they might have dropped him. But it's also, there is a difference. He was not just being funny and it was attack on comedy. He was just saying racist shit about Asian people.
Exactly.
So that's the difference. If he had been talking about Jews that way, I would have been like, fuck that dude, They would
have killed him.
Oh, the Jews would have slaughtered him.
Oh, yeah. Jews on play.
Yeah, but everybody's like, oh, Richard Pryor would have never been on, or Chevy Chase. It's like, no, there's a difference, you know what I mean? Like, so that's interesting. I didn't know you were Asian, so that's good.
I'm Filipino.
You're Filipino. I love Filipino. I'd like to fill myself up with some Filipino. I don't know. See? That's a good joke. This is going to be a thing. I'm going to get hired on SNL, and they're going to come back to, he said he wanted to get filled up with a Filipino. Cancel, Sam. Go ahead, though, Lila.
I just think it's like when it comes to like what you can talk about in comedy, I think if it directly affects you and your life and like something that you have direct experience with, like I think whatever your race is, you're allowed to talk about that. Like for me, like because I even have I'm disabled, so though people will make jokes about disability, and sometimes I'll be like, you know, and I don't think, but it's like. It just depends on, would you be willing to say that joke in a room full of people it would offend the most? So if you have a joke about someone being in a wheelchair, could you say that joke in a room of everybody in the audience is in a wheelchair?
And not feel bad about it. I mean, it's kind of like that the comic who got in a lot of trouble for the XXX extension joke, the rapper who died, and she made a joke about it. It was kind of the thing. It wasn't like she did the joke in front of an all-black audience. It was like probably a predominantly white audience that was like, okay. But yeah, I think that's a great rule. If you're,
I think you should. I mean, that's how you should judge all. I've done all my jokes.
That's not even comedy, though.
If I believe in it, that's what you should do.
I mean, that's life. Like, so I just think really, comedy isn't under attack. Assholes are under attack, and if you're an asshole,
you're under attack.
You're under attack. All right, next topic. Here you go, Lila. Thank you, Lila.
Okay. I will read it out loud. For a 7-picture deal, would you go down on the first drifter that walks by you when you leave the show?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
7-picture deal.
It's a lot of money. $20 million a film.
Would you go down?
First drifter who walks by, first white walker that comes down my street. You know, because LA has a pretty nasty homeless problem. You gotta pretty much pull their pants and go down on them, and you will instantly get a 7-picture deal.
$20 million?
I mean, a 7-picture deal, Jim Carrey type shit.
I feel like everybody in here is probably thinking yes.
Yeah, oh, hell no. I ain't going down.
No,
what if it was a hot chick?
Oh, it was a chick. That was a chick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't know that.
No, it's
it was a hot chick, though.
You signed up.
Okay, first of all, how many hot chick drifters are just, rolling down the street?
That part.
It's probably going to be, the first drifter walking down the street is probably going to be a guy who looks like, he was on Breaking Bad or something. An extra from Breaking Bad. 7-picture deal. Okay. That's good. At least we know where Lila stands and where Danny rags. Danny's rags to riches story will not involve a drifter.
I hate these questions. I hate these questions because everybody's like, oh no, I wouldn't do it. But let me tell you, if the briefcase was out, if you saw the money and it was in your hand, if you could feel it, if you could touch it, if you could know.
Yeah, you're like, I have 7 movies.
I'm finna rob you before I go down.
7 movies. 7 movies are coming out.
And movies that you star in.
That's funny. All right.
This deal has probably been done before.
It does. Oh, there you go. All right, next topic. Pick one out. That's funny.
Lights on or lights off for sex?
Oh! Wow. Lights on, lights off.
I got to have them lights on. I want to see what I'm working with. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I want all the roles, whatever she got. If it's a big chick, small chick.
Yeah,
whatever.
You want to see it
all.
I want it all. I got to see it.
He wants a flashlight too.
I want a flashlight through this thing. I'm my way through this thing.
He wants a spotlight. He wants a camera. He wants
He's got one of those
whole
caving.
production.
He wants a 7-picture deal.
Yeah, he does. He's got one of those caving lamps on his head. 7-picture deal. I like my lights dimmed a little bit just so I can see. I look better in dim lighting. I don't know. Kind of looks like I have a 6-pack in certain shadows. How about you, Lila?
Oh, yeah, lights are fine.
Lights on? Okay, I like that. All right, guys, this is the last one. Next topic. Pick it out, Lila, and let's get Owskies up here. This is good.
What's been the highlight of your career?
Oh, here we go. End on a happy note. What's a highlight, Lila?
What's been the highlight?
I will say, definitely starting my show, but one of the biggest highlights was when I performed at a strip club I know it's a weird highlight to choose,
performed at a strip club.
I performed at a strip club in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
And I had to follow, like, a naked lady.
Yeah.
And just go up there with the microphone, like, comedy time.
Were you surprised by that? Because you were at a strip club.
No,
so. You said I had to follow a naked lady.
But, I was surprised by the fact that it was just, like, they didn't really have, much promotion of doing stand-up.
It's just and here's Lila.
Here you go. Now get on there with the microphone. And I go, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm, surrounded by, bachelor parties.
That's
awesome. And I go into my bits. And I just was like, I'm going to hit him with all my spina bifida disability jokes. And at one point, I'm on stage, and I'm like, praise God, hallelujah. And the crowd was with me. They're cheering, and they're throwing money on the stage. And I'm like, I am literally praising God on the stripper stage right now, this is the beauty of comedy, and everybody was with me.
Well, you're in Nashville, so it's a Bible Belt kind of.
But it was really cool to be like, wow, I can do comedy in a strip club. I can do comedy anywhere. So I feel like that was kind of like a turning point for me.
Nice.
There you go. What about you?
Highlight of my career? Mine's a little different. I probably would say
not at a strip club.
Not at a strip club, but being able to like break bread with my fans. You know,
that's cool.
Like giving back to them. So many people, run up on you, want pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So not really being an asshole, but actually like sewing back into them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cool. Being a part of their life, because you never know what somebody going through on their daily struggle. So I think one thing that really like humbled me up was I had a lady who had just had a heart attack. She jumped in my inbox. Said I was one of her favorite comedians and wanted me to like take a picture and just like send it to her. And I was like, okay, this is kind of like weird. But her family member hit me up and said she had just passed like 2 days after I sent the picture.
Oh, wow.
And her seeing it made her smile before she died. I think that kind of like humbled me up. Like, do more for the people that support you.
Right.
The people that love you. There's so many people that's in so many areas across the country and across the world who you don't even know, who watch you, who love you.
Yeah.
And we, as comics, we go through our own personal battles.
We almost don't even know that we have fans a lot.
That
of time.
part. And I never even knew I even had a fan that was that deep. That wanted me to send a picture just so. And I felt like, wow, she saw my face right before she went on to see the man upstairs. I was like, that was kind of dope. Yeah.
Well, guys, this was awesome. I want to thank you guys. Just let everybody know your social media handles before we get out of here.
At Love Lila Hart, LOVELILAHART.
And your boy Danny Rag, at Danny Rag, DANNYRAG.
Well, thank you. This has been Samson's World. This was an emotionally touching show today. I want to give it up to my guests. All right, this is Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. We're on every Tuesday. You can hear us. Please subscribe to @SliceTV, my Facebook page, and my YouTube page, because we've got to feed them kids. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. This is Samson's World. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This little box here, click on it, go to the link of that video, and please subscribe. You're helping to support my family.